and an half Earthling killed the person who killed most of the Saiyan race. 98%.
And look, and Gohan's greatest achievement was killing Cell. That was his greatest feat.
Yeah,
killing Cell.
to this day.
There's no
so
greater
much so
feat
that they
than
recreated it in a movie. All right, Game Awards.
Jesus,
Stand by,
I swear to God.
What's good, squad? Frosty Phoenix here. Welcome to another edition of Phuca-Pod. Be sure to check us out all across social media at Phucaname, Phucaname. Be sure to check us out wherever our podcast is available. If you like the content, however you're listening to us, give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and leave a comment for any content you want us to cover in the future, or however we can improve our content if need be.
Please.
Here with the usual squad.
Please.
Begging, if you could please just call this number at 1-800. I'm here with
1-800 Fucaname.
100 5 stars.
Does that count? Is that the amount?
Nah, I don't know.
It is.
You count on your fingers again.
That's going to be my thing.
Right. That's his favorite.
Oh God.
You know,
Eric
learned how to
in
count in
third grade.
school.
Eric, what's 9 plus 8?
Fun fact, I'm in journal.
Teacher, I don't have enough fingers.
Fun fact.
Then use your toes, Eric.
Fun fact, I'm a journalist because I am horrible at math. I'm here with the usual squad specs. Introduce yourselves and where people can find you if you want to be found in the usual order, however you guys want to introduce yourselves.
What's good?
You just say the usual order and then however you want to go.
In the order or in the chaos, I believe in organized chaos.
Organized chaos, yes. But yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Wavey God, of course, the anime watcher, sneaker lover, video game player, aka the waviest blurred ever. We had another episode of Phuca-Pod. Like Frosty said before, please rate us 5 stars. Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts if you want to. Well, we really want y'all to do it anyway. But we're gonna have a little recap episode today, and we got another squad spec with us that's usually not on, but we're gonna have him introduce himself a little later. So what's up?
That's your cue, Fox.
Yo, what is good? Hey, look, man. If y'all ain't see the camera, just now. I was fucking with the baby battery from Death Stranding, BB-8. Not BB-8. That's the fucking
BB-8.
We jump in genres.
It's just BB. I said BB-8 from Star Wars.
Jump in categories.
Anyways, hey, look, Star Wars is fire too.
It is.
Anyways, look, y'all, what's going on? This is CorneredFox. Yeah, that's right. All the nerd shit. This is CorneredFox.
All the nerd shit.
AKA, I'm not even gonna say all my other AKAs. This is really about Kojima today. So it's just CorneredFox. It's just CorneredFox right now, man.
Oh.
All right, because CorneredFox is more dangerous than a jackal. All right, we shouting out Hideo Kojima. All podcasts. I don't give a fuck. All podcasts. It's all Kojima. Okay, your favorite game creator's favorite game creator. Okay, that's all I gotta say. You want to follow me? Follow him instead. All right. Who next?
Man, that was just horrible. Yo, it's DesertSkies.
AKA the #1 hater. AKA I have never played a Kojima game, but I'm a hater for no reason.
Nah, because you really could do it, but no. The coldest geek in the desert, AKA your girlfriend's favorite geek, AKA a desert fox, is more dangerous than a corner fox.
Yo, that was horrible. Hey, do that again. Let's start off. Let's rewind.
Almost made it with a straight face. You almost did.
We gotta rewind.
Nah, that was good. Y'all get a different one when we in. But yeah, we always out here making the funny reels. We take some breaks in between, but me and Frosty out here trying to do it for y'all.
Right.
Check us out on IG, TikTok. And now for
I'm trying to find out if
squad member.
is that like insensitive to say that? Like,
It is.
I don't know, man. Is it for real?
Yeah,
Like,
We could do another stereotype. Hey, yo, man, TikTok. There you go.
Wow. Drew's like, that's okay because it's us.
We're that stereotype, so we're good.
Right. He said, "Hey, yo, man."
Oh my god.
That's that's funny.
Winding it back.
That should be like a whole. That should be a whole. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
It is creator of the Order Sanctus, still trying to get it going. Guest starring here on the Phucaname Pod.
Excellent.
Cast. I was like, I just said pod.
That's short on your pod or podcast.
Oh my
shorthand.
God.
People say on the pod.
I was
It's all good.
gonna say it would be a funny like thing to just say, hey, like make fun of your own culture or something and have everybody.
Every
Hey,
podcast,
yo, man.
like, in my culture, we say it like this.
He said, hey, yo, man. I am dying, bro. How is that not funny to everybody else?
Nah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to hold this together.
Fuck.
I'm trying to hold it together.
Don't hold it together. Let it out, all right?
You really just said
Yeah,
I'm
I have a
black
bad
man
habit of dropping
in
good
charades.
jokes.
All right.
Right. Just laugh at his jokes, man. Damn.
When they're funny, I will.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
Everybody together now. Everybody together now. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Oh
next
my!
time Frosty drop a joke, I'm about to not laugh.
But that was funny. But that was
If
funny.
it's not funny, don't laugh at it. If it's not funny, that's another thing about society. If it's not funny, don't laugh at it. People that
Right,
aren't
and if
funny
your sense-
should not get
If
wins.
your sense of humor is fucked, just say that, okay? Oh, that was funny?
Yeah.
Oh, you're dead on the
It's a fact.
inside.
I
Okay.
guess
Very
I threw
true.
myself out.
Very true. It's very true.
All right, this is the quest to make Eric laugh. All podcast.
Dog, I laugh all the time
Frosty
on this
said,
podcast.
if the
What you
joke
mean?
isn't directed at me, I don't laugh.
If it's
Make
if it's
fun of
funny,
somebody?
I will laugh at it. That's a fact. You can go listen to other episodes and hear me laughing. Absolutely.
Mhm.
This
Okay.
is the season finale episode for season 4, and we're talking about the Game
Let's
Awards that
go.
aired on December 8th, if I'm not mistaken, or 7th.
Yeah.
You have like an echo effect to say that? Like season.
I can add it later. For December 7th, the 2023 Game Awards, and honestly, we're here to talk about that and just stuff that we got from 2023.
We're really here to talk
and-
about Kojima. That's really what we're here to talk about. Hideo Kojima is what we're here to talk
Oh,
about.
and how he got
Ladies-
I think like
ladies and
10
gentlemen.
minutes of like screen time on a whole award show. I think it was 10
It
minutes.
was crazy. Like,
Bro,
he had like
look.
so much time on the stage.
Bro,
with it
I
this
would
year.
rather have 10 minutes of Kojima than a lifetime with Destiny 2. Okay?
Wow.
And that's a fact.
Look,
Just drop the
the
ball.
fact
I
is-
can't take it.
The
You're
reason we're on
trying
the
to jab
podcast
at me,
is
and
to
I
talk
don't
to each
feel
other.
hurt. I don't understand what that jab was.
That's because it was a jab. When the cross comes, then yes.
I'll wait for that. It's like a jab. I was like, that's,
No, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
kidding. No violence. We don't like violence.
except in GTA 6.
No, we do.
Except for GTA 6. And
Unless
and
it's
and
Budokai Sparking Tenkaichi 04.
And you will catch those
Unless
hands
it's Monster.
when the date is announced. Everybody will mark the date when they start delivering hands to their favorite best friend. Like, you know,
Mhm.
You know,
To
take
their
the day
favorite
off,
best
find your,
friend.
find
Their
your
favorite
top
best
3,
friend.
save money for
The
the
bestest
DLC
friend.
that's coming.
as soon as the date hits, don't act like people in the text be like, this date,
Your
when we get in
Your
this PvP
favorite-
going, what's up?
not to be confused with your least favorite best friend, but your favorite best friend.
You know, your bench best friend, the one that you call when you need something.
I
That's
know,
the one
right?
you're gonna play with.
Ooh.
Yo.
Oh god.
So if you win, and if you lose, I like bet that joint. Like, you know, that's how I was about to roll. But
Right. Hey, look, Eric, when it comes out, I'll play you for that chain right there.
you're not taking my dad's chain, bro. That's my dad's
I'm just
chain.
playing.
That's my
I'm just playing.
grandmama chain.
I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing.
I saw an opportunity there. This is my grandmama
wouldn't-
chain. What chain? You know.
Right. I wouldn't do that.
Shout out to
to you.
Friday, man.
Shout out to Friday.
I know. Big shout out.
Like a
RP
laugh that
Tiny
just happened.
Zuso. Damn.
Yeah.
You said, what'd you say, Desert?
He said, so what?
I say, you see the lack of laughs that happen in the straight faces? See, I told you I wouldn't laugh.
It was a fact. It wasn't funny.
I didn't even hear the joke.
Because there was none.
Oh. Well, now I'm just
Oh, I
confused.
see. Okay.
There you go. People in the audience will get it. Listen back to the podcast. You'll get
I
it.
have to listen back
Go
when
ahead.
I'm editing, and I'll text you. I'll text you if it hits me after it's done. So
Wow, that joke must be fire or something. This is transcending the recording. Holy
Right.
shit! Who said it? I don't even know who said it. Who said the joke? Was it me?
listen back later.
Was it me?
If you can find that, be sure to email us at Fukaname Studios.
Right, and we'll send you a gift bag with Desert Skies toenail clippings or something.
That's so specific.
That's very specific. Overall
Oh,
for the
God.
Game Awards, for the panel, I guess we'll get right into it and talk about what we look forward to from 2023, like our favorite moments, and then what games or other animes we're looking forward to in 2024. Let's get started. Game Awards, out of 5, I give it like a 3.5, 4 being generous.
Really?
Out of 5?
Out of 5.
Really? A 3.5? Really?
Yeah, dog.
Why? Because it wasn't no Destiny shit?
No, the matter of fact, there was, and continuing
it was trash,
community
though.
support, and it shouldn't have been in that category. And I don't have enough time to break down why it shouldn't have been on this episode of the podcast.
Honestly,
actually, we talked about it in previous episodes. Go listen to the season. I've ranted about that. So.
So Destiny's dropping the ball, and that's why you gave it a 3. You gonna take it out on the whole game war?
Yes. What do you mean?
But that's consistency from Destiny. What are we talking about?
Right, they've been weak for a little bit.
So they picked it up at Witch Queen. Witch Queen was their saving grace, right? Was their Taken King. It was their Taken King. Lightfall was lacking, and this is from even get DesertSkies' opinion on that from a gaming dev point of view. Like, you go from one hot DLC, and then you can't, like, allegedly put out that Bungie said they can't deliver the same level of greatness that they could for Forsaken, for Witch Queen. And between Forsaken was like 2 other DLCs, and then Witch Queen, and now they got 2 more DLCs before this saga is complete.
I'm gonna say can't is a weakness, won't is a choice.
Look, I'm not the rep. I'm just saying that's what they said. I'm not, either deliver or you don't. But that's allegedly what their wording is for delivery or lack thereof for their game.
At the end of the day, people need to put food on the table, so thus you get DLC just to keep the content coming, because else people about to get fired.
Wait, they did. Like, they let go of half of their staff last month as of this recording. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Sony's out here like, we need you to deliver, because we're not Activision. We will scoop you up.
For me, the Game Awards, I would say I'd give it a solid 3 out of 5, only because
damn.
Here's
harsh.
Hey, 3 is the majority out of 5. Here's the thing: a lot of the organization and a lot of our articles have actually picked up on this, that a lot of the devs weren't really given time to actually, thank and really talk about their games.
They weren't.
They were just kind of, okay, here's your award and get off the stage.
I think Kratos messed that up for everyone.
So they didn't do that. Also, some of the announcement, yes, there were a lot of hype moments, and you'll hear about Kojima, you'll hear about Capcom, you'll hear about all the other stuff that came out. But a lot of the announcements were things that, we might have gotten a trailer or two, but they're off in the distance. We didn't really get anything that was like concrete for 2024, and it just seemed like a lot of the stuff is either late 2024, they may come in the middle of the year, but it left me feeling a little bit underwhelmed as to what 2024 was going to be.
Absolutely.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then also the third reason for 3 is the I just came up with that. Please laugh. Anyway,
there it is. Oh, we gotta say please for Eric to laugh. Okay, I got it.
Eric, you got the laugh track. Play the laugh track.
Please afterwards.
You can totally play the laugh track.
Where's the laugh track, Eric?
But the third reason is honestly the commercialization of it. There's a lot of just stars coming out to announce things, such as Anthony Mackie for Twisted Metal Season 2, Simu Liu for a game that I don't even think he's in, Matthew McConaughey being in Exodus. Like it's just,
I think you're right. I don't think he was in the game. I think you're right. I think he wasn't in the game.
I thought he was the voice.
No, he wasn't. No, he's the voice for somebody. He was voice for somebody in that.
Matthew McConaughey is the voice. I don't think Simu Liu, the one that he, unless I'm wrong, I
think he is the voice. I think he is the voice.
After the trailer, it was like he said something like after the trailer he said something like, "Oh, that's me right there. You like the voice, whatever."
I mean, I thought he was. No. I thought he was joking, because he was like, "Oh, you hear that voice?" That was like, "Oh, that was me." And everybody's like, "That wasn't you, dog." Like, yeah.
But I hear what y'all are saying. Let me just come in, because I think what we're getting at is that, and I truly get this perspective, because I considered it as well. I see why y'all giving it 3s. It's because this ain't this show did a poor job managing expectations. Like we don't know what to get, what we were expecting when we watched the Game Awards. Are we expecting E3? Are we expecting Game Awards? Are we expecting trailer? Like what, like, you know what I'm saying?
All the above.
The Game Awards needs
Basically.
to pick a focus. Like, let's just be honest, with the absence of E3 at this point, the Game Awards just needs to be the end of year E3. Like that's just what it needs to be. At this point, I'm here for it to just be that, to be like the gaming expo for the year. Because
so you don't want no awards coming out?
Nah, still do awards. But
Like
if we
awards
frame
that
it in a
announce new
way,
games.
yeah, like if it's for all of it. Because like E3 is when you had all these stars showing up and you had all these performers, you had all this, like that's all dope. But I think the Game Awards has got it enough traction to where it can just declare itself and be like, look, we're this big ass experience that we want, you know, everybody to be a part of. But I think from just a game show or a Game Awards perspective, like an award ceremony, like when we think about the Oscars and stuff and the Academy and all the, you know, the Image Awards and all that stuff, normally we go to those and we're like, oh, how do we know that the show was good? Based on what? The performances and shit. Like we know at this point it's halfway about who wins and then about the people performing. Like,
well,
you know
if that's the case, then didn't the Game Awards do a regular job as every other award show then? Because they focus more so on like the trailers and like the performances rather than the awards and stuff like that. So some awards anyway.
So this is what I would say. I would say for games, I would say it's a little bit different. I think for an end year Game Awards show, I think to Mark's point, saying, oh, like here's some dope stuff that's coming out next year or soon. Like that's fire. I think when we get to, hey, we're going to show you a bunch of world premieres for shit you ain't going to see for years. Now we're talking like E3 territory. So it's just like, okay, well, right now I don't want to see that shit. I wanted to see that shit in the summer. Like, I don't want to see this right now. Like it's about to be Christmas time. Give me some shit I can spend money on. I just downloaded Final Fantasy 16 DLC. Like, that's what I need. Give me that. Right.
And
like,
to that point, yes, there are some things like the shadow drop of Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox and the free DLC coming out in a week for God of War 2. Like, they do those things. But like you're saying, CorneredFox, focus. Like, what is the Game Awards? It's kind of like all those announcements. You could just have another Nintendo Direct or a Sony PlayStation Now. Like, you could have those things.
So the state of play,
yeah, state of play. See, how uninformed I am. But the state of play, like, you could have those things to be like, hey, this is what's coming out in winter of 2024 or 2025.
Yeah.
Like, to me, for the Game Awards, I want to see really, I want to be hyped for who's won, and I want to be hyped for really what's next in the immediate, up to maybe like the summer, Q2 probably.
See, I will say those some awards.
Yeah.
What about the announcements?
I was like, we had like no mid announcements. Like we had like 2 things that are coming out now, and then 3 things that are like coming out in like some time ago. But we have nothing like Mark was saying, like nothing in the middle. Like really,
there are a lot of stuff too.
Black Myth Wukong is coming out next year.
Yeah.
And but however,
I think August.
I don't know.
August, right?
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, it's August 20th.
Yeah,
August 20th. And but that was announced years ago. What was that? That was announced a long time ago. So this is really kind of like an update. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like we got a lot of world premieres. We got a lot of new shit, which is cool. But I think that's what I basically was saying. I understand Noob, you and Frosty's ratings because I agree with you in that I don't think the show has a focus. I think.
What's your rating, Cornered? In the Game
4.
Awards.
I mean, I gave it a 4. I mean, the only reason I gave it a 4 was...
I can tell, because like, what? They're so low.
Yeah. well, because, I mean, we saw a lot of world premieres. There was a lot of energy. Like, it was a lot of positive, like, stuff. But I truly do get it. Like, I did care a little bit less about the awards. And maybe it was because, too, like, Baldur's Gate was sweeping. Like, maybe that was a part of it, too. But, like, I think, you know, for me, it did a solid job as an award show. It had a lot of new premieres. There were several release dates that came. I don't really have an issue with the show so much as I do with some of the games. I think that there are a lot of games, and we're starting to see like they're starting to really play on some of these metas. Like there are some games where the art styles are really starting to look the same, and like the gameplays are kind of, and we're just like, okay, are we getting in that iterative state where everybody's kind of pushing out similar shit?
It does that every couple years. The game entry does that though, and right now this year, the meta is like more so like the Souls boring kind of game for the most part. At least that's what I think.
It's
I think
either
the meta right
it's,
now.
it's either Soulsborne or it's that what's the art style that I'd probably call it? It's not like it's like that mix between Fortnite and like Borderlands. It's like that that kind of art style.
That
like
cartoony
those
cell shading type.
Yeah, like that's like meta. It's that or it's a Souls-like game. And if you're an indie game, how do you know it's an indie game? It's either pixelated or it's like blocky polygon based, and it's like it is simple. Like that's how you know.
It's got heart,
and it's like. Right.
Basically,
it is just like, okay.
It's
like,
not your regular AAA kind of game, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So,
whatever you would call lack
from
of
11
budget,
Studio
but
in Sweden.
Hey,
you said, what'd you say, Mark?
I said, whatever you want to call lack of budget, which is not their fault. It's just indie.
Right.
No, it's not their fault at all. I just think that it's one of those things where like, you look like, what's a good example? Like Sea of Stars. Well, nah, I mean, Sea of Stars was indie.
A good example of what though? Like extrapolate.
Like Sea of Stars was like indie.
what a word! What a word!
But like they had
good
like,
vocabulary.
Like they had money. So like Sea of
word
Stars,
of the day. Extrapolate.
Oh, right.
like Sea of Stars wasn't indie like Bomber Cyberpunk was indie.
Or give further detail.
See, I was so to me a good example of heart would be like Cuphead.
Yeah.
Where like you really stand out via the art style, even though it really is just kind of it's a shoot 'em up. A shoot 'em up. That's not a good. Let me not do that. It's a boss run, but like
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's a boss run, but like the art style was really what sold it. So much so that it got an excellent Netflix show, 2 seasons,
which is
so
amazing.
far.
Which I still got to catch up on.
So like something to really, really stand out, and that's hard to do.
Yeah.
So what did you give it, Desert Fox? Sky.
Desert Fox.
Hey, editor, splice my voice so it says Desert Skies.
No, that's staying in, bro.
Good God.
Hey, we all know a Desert Fox jumps higher than a corner fox, but you know.
What?
I don't
it literally
that's right.
It literally doesn't.
Yo, this
What?
guy.
Do you know the actual like the desert like the little fennec, like a desert fox, like it's like
animal
pretty
planet?
high.
Okay.
Look, I love animals. Okay, what can I say? All right.
Fun fact.
Yo, he's just mad that a desert fox runs faster than a corner fox, so it's okay.
First it jumped higher, now it runs faster.
Everything better than the corner fox.
It does everything better. I'll eat a desert fox right now. Like, what are we talking about? Ain't shit.
Oh god!
As one true
Desert
noob
Skies,
said,
where idiots go to die.
Desert Skies, what's your rating for the Game Awards?
Well, he said Desert Fox, but
I know what he said. I know what he meant to say.
Yo, I gave it a 3.5 because I was definitely hyped for the announcements. I was proud that Nintendo got a few more categories than I thought it would. Shout out to Mario Wonder, to Pikmin 4. Like, those got awards. I'm proud for them.
Legend of Zelda
But I also
won.
think, like, we also... And Zelda, yeah.
That's an adventure, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. There's the guy who
What was that?
Shade.
What was that,
Shade.
What was that, Cornered? I don't understand what that was about.
In my prediction,
Shade.
I'll actually kind of side with CorneredFox here. I actually didn't think Tears of the Kingdom was going to take that award, the action adventure. I was going to give that to Spider-Man.
So that was the one category where I was like, it could win action adventure because amongst action adventure games, I think that
Hey, the building yourself things that Zelda has just kind of took
Yeah,
away
yeah,
the
it's like
Spider-Man.
that.
whole
Like
adventure
that.
part aspect of it, the open world
It has
aspect,
so
that
much
was gonna,
more.
like, take it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah,
but that
super fun, but I think
traversal
also
in
like
Spider-Man 2, man.
Spider-Man, but Spider-Man, because I want to make sure, like, when we get to Wavy score and then talking about Spider-Man 2's getting snubbed for 7 nominations, no wins. But
wait. It didn't get snubbed.
We will go into it.
Snubbed means you're supposed to win. Time in. Snubbed means we need to define it. Snub just means when you're supposed to win and you don't.
Okay, Desert Skies close up, and then we'll get to Wavy God score and talk about Spider-Man. Any other thing?
look, before I give it to Wavy, I just want to say that a desert fox is more thoughtful than a corner fox.
He said,
almost had it except for the fumble there, and we have to acknowledge that. Unfortunately,
I know. He said,
I did, but it's okay though.
Fox.
You get what I said though.
If I had cards, I told him to give it a 4 out of 10. Like,
Fox.
Wow, out of 10 though, it wasn't that bad of a it wasn't that bad of a show.
You have to learn. This is about the delivery. He almost had it too.
It's about the DiGiorno.
The DiGiorno.
Drew loved that one. That was good.
Shout out to DiGiorno. DiGiorno's fire, bro.
That one almost went over my head. That one almost
DiGiorno's so fire.
Nope.
Shout out to DiGiorno, man. Give us a sponsor, man.
Yeah, give us a sponsor one time.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We're gonna have the
podcast. Give us a sponsor. I'll bring anything up. Yo, when's the last time y'all put Goodwill tires on your car? I haven't. So let's.
No laughing. He like,
I haven't taken him in like 5 years, like 10, 15 years. Like
he like this shit weak. And like, nah, that ain't it. Oh shit, was that the facts thing? Facts.
Oh, it's okay. Frosty just dead on the inside. It's okay though. The jokes will come.
Damn. No, he's not. That Warframe bit gave him life. That is a little bit, didn't it? Remember the Warframe? The Warframe update
over there.
Yeah. We were talking about it.
Oh yeah, you were on the last podcast.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I'm holding it in for time because I'm trying to be like I want to feel like one True Noob being structured. Like now I got to show off now because one True Noob's like, listen,
Lord,
we got to structure episodes today. It's the season finale. We got to keep it together. We got to keep it time.
Man, all that don't let the structure hold you back. You be driving the speed limit too. Like.
And you don't?
I drive with the flow of traffic. If everybody's going 70 and a 50, I ain't about to be sitting there going 50. Oh, yeah, what?
Flow of traffic, yes, but you know.
So you don't go with the flow of laughs then?
Oh, he's talking to you. He's talking to you.
That joke was hilarious. Anyway, Wavey, your score.
Damn.
It's a petty
It's a petty pod.
Right.
We trying to close the year on a good note. We trying to close the year on a good note.
It's a PP.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to close the season on a good note. That's all I'm saying.
Get your PPP loans.
Wow.
Oh shit.
I know. I'd probably go and give it a 4. Just because I understand like why I've been hearing like a lot of like dismay towards it, and I definitely agree. But I'm speaking from my personal self. Like I was actually hyped for the Game Awards. I'm always hyped for the Game Awards every year, and like I like the fact that they're like getting such a big name for itself now. You know what I'm saying? Like they had to hire extra security and stuff like that. I knew like once you hire extra security, it's like all right, we know that you're getting big time now. So I like that about the Game Awards that they're getting so mainstream. But I do understand like the whole like is getting maybe too Hollywood or like it's doing too much with these stars coming out and everything. So I get both sides, but I mean, I give it a 4 just for like the aesthetics. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it. They just need to rename that shit to like the game.
I was gonna ask you that.
Expo.
I was gonna ask you that too. They should like just rename the whole thing and everything.
Because like the awards part of it
vision.
felt like the least. It's like the smallest part of the entire show, and
they gave them like 20 seconds to talk, and then they started playing that music.
And they let Chris, they let Chris Judge jump up there and be like, "Yo, I'm trying to get close to my last year number, and Call of Duty sucks. Okay, bye." Like,
yo, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him for that. He's dope.
The Dubs
for that.
are mad.
Dubs
are mad.
Dubs
are mad about that.
So what? Get over yourself. I got that. Right. It's fine. It's okay. Jesus, can he not make a fucking joke? Damn, not like he was part of the game of the year. Like, fuck out of here. When was Call of Duty last game of the year? I'll wait.
It's never deserved a game of the year anything.
Right. So what are we really mad at? Like, the fuck?
They only got more security since that one kid walked up.
Yeah.
And they knew better. And Kojima was like, "Nah, fuck that."
Kojima said that?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Those are the exact words in English.
That's what got me. Not everybody's safety. Not the whole integrity of things. Kojima stepped up and said that can't happen again. Everybody said, "Okay."
Look, bro.
All right.
I ain't gonna hold you. If somebody ever came and like killed Kojima or something, I'd probably kill him, bro. Like I probably would.
You heard it here first, folks. It's a Konami exclusive.
I mean, it's losing. Hey,
Yo, he gonna
anybody?
give Amanda a kiss on the cheek, say, "Yo, I love you, but I gotta do this."
You know what I have to do. Hey, look, she goes in there. There's gonna be a tear out her eye. And she
I
gonna
understand.
she gonna hand me the Glock and be like, "Look, do what you gotta do."
Oh damn! He stated the murder weapon. Okay,
Yeah.
But this can't trace back to me. You know that, right? I know.
That's
like, look, don't worry, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
but
It's all
yeah,
good.
like we really did like see a whole bunch. Like this year had a bunch of really great games that got developed and were nominated for this award, and yet we got to know somebody gets snubbed or not snubbed in somebody's opinion. Like, dude,
what's the stop?
Well, so really, I just want to pose this question to the chat. I say chat, the pod.
and both hands.
What game do you think should have taken Game of the Year? Do you agree? And
Yes.
which one?
I agreed with it.
I believe we
In
should
our
have
last
given you
episode,
Firmly.
I think it was myself, Desert, Wavey were on the last episode along with our two guests, 8-Bit, and MC Nux, and introduction of new squad member Too Tall Taylor. I think we all mostly agreed that was
shots all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Baldur's
That
Gate 3
was
was the best game
Tears of the Kingdom.
this year. So no, Baldur's Gate 3 was the best game this year. It
Tears
just
of the
was.
Kingdom.
Like the reason I know too is because like I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 would have won. And
Tears of the Kingdom.
maybe in the last 5 years against any other game. Like Tears of the Kingdom walked away with what, one award? Please,
It
let's
did.
stop. Okay, like you can't say that. It got
One
one
more time.
award.
Tears
Jesus.
of the Kingdom.
I got something for Baldur's Gate. Could have gave Tears of the Kingdom 2 of its awards and still would have swept it. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, what are
So
we
I will
talking
say-
about?
I'll actually say I did a prediction of my of the Game Awards myself, and I actually did. Though I didn't give Baldur's Gate 3 Game of the Year,
Ooh,
I did give Baldur's Gate the most awards.
awards and stuff.
Who'd
I
you
gave it the
give
most.
Game of the Year?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
It's always interesting to me how like one game can admittedly win the most awards, but then like not be the game of the
Right.
year.
Well, I mean, when
Like,
everyone's hyped up in your meta.
Meta. Look. Okay,
Baldur's
no.
Gate was part of the meta.
No.
This game was further from
go.
meta than any
I'm
game
gonna
ever.
tell you.
And did the
Here we
best
go.
version of the meta.
Oh
and
my
thus
God.
it won.
The best version of what meta? Tell me
This-
the meta.
This Souls meta.
No, it's not a Souls-like game. You don't even play this. You don't even know what you're talking about right now. You don't even know what you're talking about right now. He's just talking out his ass and trying to get away with it.
3 letters, Drew.
Of the meta.
RPG.
No.
Meta game.
No, Baldur's. No, what? I look. I can't even talk about how wrong that is. The point is.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Shout out to it. All right, shout out to it. But what
Respect.
we saw is if that comes up against some heavy fucking fire, I think that fire went. Like, look, Tears of the Kingdom for me wasn't above Final Fantasy 16 in terms
Did
of.
you play it?
I played Breath of the Wild and I ain't done with it. and look, and to that point, I understand people who were like, oh, Spider-Man 2, it was like Spider-Man 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get people who say that. I get it. People who say God of War or Ragnarok, they're like, oh, it's like the first one. I get people saying that. And I get that was used against God of War when it was going up against Elden Ring. I got that. But my point is, when you talk about across the board Game of the Year, you can't tell me that the game that had the best soundtrack and the best this and the best that and the best that ain't better. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
Well, technically, best
People
soundtrack
get paid.
was Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Final
I
Fantasy
was talking about in the Elden Ring year. I was talking about
Elden
God,
Ring,
God of War and the Elden Ring.
okay.
Yeah, this year, different story. But I'm just saying, like, you can't say God of War won all these awards and then didn't win Game of the Year. You know what I'm saying? I was just like,
I mean,
and people are like, oh, what about the graphics? What about Elden Ring's graphics? Like, we got Demon Souls remake that look better than that shit. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, but Elden Ring was great. That's all I'm saying. Tears of the Kingdom, shout out to it. It was good. Baldur's Gate 3 was the best game.
Personally, I think the reason that Spider-Man 2 got snubbed, and I will say that it got snubbed. It's okay. It's all right.
Tell me, Mark, what's the definition of snub? That's just what I wonder. What's the definition of snub?
Gotta count.
I just want to know the definition of. Also, I like your shirt.
Thanks,
also,
man.
Mark. You're welcome.
The definition of snubbed is that yes, it should have won something, and the Academy, for some reason or another, I don't even know if it's an Academy.
It was
chose something.
it was
but it's us and
the
the
bunch of
companies,
niggas
yeah,
backstage,
right?
well, yeah.
But like, our vote only counts for like 20%,
Something
or
like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah,
You mean black people? No, I'm just playing.
Wait, we got past that in the
Welcome to America.
1800s. We don't have 3 fits anymore. Anyway, so
right.
yes, the Academy
harsh
did
truths.
not pick it because let's be real. You said yourself, CorneredFox.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of fire, a lot of games, and somebody is going to not walk away with an award. So, do I think Spider-Man 2 should have won something? Yes. Did it? No.
Well,
that's just the reality of it.
Yes. I mean, I think the fact that it was nominated for a lot of things. I think it's a sad fact that it was nominated for 7 things and didn't win anything. But I don't think that there is a single category other than action adventure game where it could have come out on top.
You know what? I'll give that to you.
So for me, like a snub is when the other person wins. You like the fuck, like no, that ain't right. You know, Taylor Swift, Beyonce shit. Like that's the stuff, right? Like I don't think that Spider-Man not winning action adventure game because it was great, but like No,
and that's one of the reasons I actually wanted to bring up why it didn't win and why maybe Tears of the Kingdom did. I honestly think, yes. Is it a great game? Yes. Is the movement fantastic? Does it explore more of Peter's and Miles' story? Awesome. Story, direction, I see where they're going. But if you really look at it, and I might get some flack for this, it's kind of like the Miles Morales one. It's kind of Spider-Man, but just more.
Yeah.
It's the same type of thing. Now you could say Tears is
Black
too.
for me.
However,
disagreement from me.
You could say Tears is too, but I'm gonna rebut myself and then also counter myself. I do that a lot. It hurts.
It's for growth. It's a
What
part
are
of
you talking about?
Like,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
It's interesting. It's introspective.
It is introspective.
I'm going to rebut and I'm going to counter myself, and then I'm going to kill myself. No, I'm just like,
damn.
But
Over here, like your mama. Your mama's my mama. What you talking about?
The reason
then I'm going to fight myself to the death.
The reason I would say Tears comes out on top is because Tears fundamentally put in with their rune system, with their power-ups, basically it revamped the whole game into what you were supposed to do. With Breath of the Wild, it's all about scavenging, foraging, taking back the kingdom from what happened within the 100 years. Within Tears of the Kingdom, the theme was creation. It wasn't just about getting the runes and allowing yourself to blow up things and freeze things in the air and solve puzzles that way, which every Zelda game has. It was also the fact that if you want to just say screw the puzzle and just yeet yourself across the thing and hopefully get to the end,
do whatever you want.
You can do it. That's really what the theme was. And so it changed up its formula more, whereas Spider-Man 2 was really just, more Spider-Man delving into the story of both Peter and Miles and then the symbiote.
Which is what people wanted. People wanted more Spider-Man and stuff like
you're
that.
Right.
So.
You're right. Is that wrong? Yeah. No. It's just...
That's all I was saying, yeah.
For the Game Awards and for, evolution. Now, hey, Spider-Man 3 might do something like that. There might be a fundamental
depends on the competition. It's all it depends on. Because if it goes up against some other heat, it's tough. It's really hard.
So that's to me, I think why Spider-Man.
Game direction.
Like I'll say, it got snubbed.
Game direction?
Oh, game direction.
It could have took game direction or narrative, to be honest.
Narrative.
Narrative. I gave it I think I gave it a strong chance, but I still didn't think it was going to win. But I think the narrative was fine. I think the narrative that everything they've been doing narrative wise with Spider-Man, I thought has been fine.
Yeah. Like they have great tie-ins, especially
it could took
Cindy at the end. Like great leads into next thing.
That's what I'm saying. It could have taken one of those 7, but I don't think there was a single one where I said it should have won. And it was better than the other games in that category. Like definitively, it just went. But I think that it was great that it was not. I think being nominated for 7 is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah.
So it still gets a lot of credit for that. Like like a superhero game being nominated for 7, Game Awards is fire. Like shout out to them for it. They'll have their Game of the Year edition that comes out, and people will buy it, and it's dope. But it really just got a bad luck of games that came out.
That's all it is. It got bad
Horizon
luck. It got bad luck.
Yeah.
It did the Horizon Zero Dawn.
It got Horizon Zero Dawn. Same.
Okay.
If Forbidden West too. I mean, if Forbidden West came out in like another like off year, it's like that. The gameplay and that was fucking flames.
Still got
It went up against Elden. It went up against
Elden and
Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild back in the day.
But also Plague Tale.
Plague Tale.
So like it was tough. Yeah. So
all right, but yeah, no, that's kind of my soapbox, if you will, about that. I have to say, Alan Wake 2, not my type of game, but I can definitely see why it took game direction and I believe narrative. Right? I can see why it did it.
Yeah, because it won.
I never played them and stuff like that, but like from what I've seen of like what it's about, I could definitely see like noobs that I can see why it won direction and
best game direction, best narrative, and best art direction.
Yeah,
that all makes sense. Crazy. That all makes sense. Honestly, I can see why they won all those categories over everything else.
Man, look, Final Fantasy 16.
I'm not a thriller, scary game type of guy, so they never would have had me playing it.
Same.
I can observe from the outside what the product is without necessarily like indulging in it. So it is what it is.
But I do believe 16 could have got some too. Could have got narrative. It was up
Final
there
Fantasy
with
16.
It was up there with Element 2 and narrative because the
Final
narrative
Fantasy
and
16, bro.
I have to give
Final
storytelling
Fantasy
to agree with that.
Really good.
You agree with the shit now, okay? Because the shit is fucking. Final Fantasy 16, man.
The way the 10 spun. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yes. But I'm telling you, dog. I love 10. Look, we agree on this. Like 10 was like I thought the pinnacle. I thought when it comes to what game should get a remake,
10.
Give me 7, give me 10. But I wanted, like, if you told me to pick between them two, I would have took 10. Give me a 10 remake. I want that shit. But then, man, 16 though, this shit. Whew,
the story in that shit is really good.
It's heavier than its predecessors because it goes deeper into relationships between characters. You have to go speak to them, and this is spoiling for anybody who doesn't have.
It's more mature. Clive is our age. This motherfucker is our age, bro. This ain't shonen, bro. This motherfucker, this man is in his. Clive is in his 30s. He's tired.
The power of friendship.
Yeah, this ain't the power of friendship, bro. Clive is tired. Clive is like, motherfucker. Like, I gotta save you too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this man Clive goes to sleep, wake up, dust his knees off, and gotta fight a demon. Like, come on now. Like, bro, I'm tired. No, and then also like he's the strongest Final Fantasy protagonist, bro.
No, that's not arguable.
Is.
That is a fact. That is not arguable.
To me,
that is a fact. I'm stating it with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, he said
I was gonna say.
That is not
the fact is, it's not arguable, or it will be proven like with whatever. But like,
he can turn into a summon. Like, don't.
There were 2 awards, and I really want to hear you guys' opinion on this. That made me go, huh? So, and maybe I'm wrong, but best ongoing game went to Cyberpunk.
Yes, that's no question about it.
Wait, you didn't like that?
So here's why.
Are you saying it came out broken and shit like that? Had to fix it?
Here's why.
Yes. Here's why. No, and I will take all the fire here. I figured that best ongoing game means from the start. You are fire. Okay. You are, your game is a great product.
I see where it's going.
And you are going like that's best.
I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
And to me, Cyberpunk did not start great, but with the anime on, I guess you want to call it an anime on Netflix.
I wish people stop calling things anime just because
that doesn't need to be exploded, and then it kept.
But it was anime though.
That was anime though.
Yeah.
Was it made in Japan? No. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was, wasn't it?
I thought it was.
Oh, wasn't?
Cyberpunk wasn't made in Japan.
Oh well, that's the reason that. That's the reason I raised my eyebrow at that.
Somebody Google
I was like,
I'm about to Google it right now.
I thought it was though. But I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm not tripping because you're right, and you're very right by that for sure. And we don't call it Castlevania.
The series is animated.
Avatar.
The series is animated by Japanese studio Trigger.
Yeah, it was my Trigger. I was gonna say it was Trigger. Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Trigger. But I could be wrong.
Okay, I was wrong this time. Okay, because I thought it was actually made somewhere else, not Japan.
It's
Trigger.
Cool. Shout out to Kill La Kill, man.
Being wrong, but like, I just tired of people saying like, "Oh, it's animated." So
but for a fact that for people that don't know, listen to this podcast.
But how dare you think that for us?
I know,
we know.
But people that listen to people say anime is basically just Japanese animation. Is the word for Japanese animation to correct people that there are people that say, "Oh, that's an anime," like people call Avatar an anime, and it's not.
Not true.
It might be inspired.
Exactly.
Except for our listeners.
It's invited to the cookout.
No,
it can come to the cookout.
It can come.
It's just people that don't necessarily
cookout.
think to look into it and you just say it for what it is. A lot of things on the internet now are just like, boom, here's what this is. People say it in jargon, and people don't look into it. Versus like, let me think about that for real because that don't sound right.
Life takes critical thought.
But it's also anime is also a term that's transcended like its actual meaning. Like when people call something an anime, people do think differently of it when they call it an anime. Yeah. So it's one of those things that has almost escaped the word, which is a little bit annoying because when we try to talk about like a regular basic average anime or something, but in an American show or like a Western show or something like that, normally we refer to like good shit saying it's an anime. Like name one of them like a weak ass animated show. You know what I'm saying? Like on Western animated show. Like we ain't never called it an anime. Ever.
You know
what I'm saying? Like we never called Samurai Jack anime. And nobody ever would today. Right? Like because it's not. Like you would never call it. So it's just one of those things where like, is it this tight action style and this tight art style that kind of looks like it could be? We'll call it animated. Like that's what Avatar. Like there's no reason for anybody to think that's anime.
Mark,
there's no reason.
That's Tartakovsky, right? Jack was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jack and
Primal.
Powerpuff Girls, Primal.
He ran that whole fucking shit, and then Primal came back and the latest Samurai Jack season. So yeah.
But no, I want to hear the flack for Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, it's not really flack. It's just that Cyberpunk 2077 when it first came out. It was fire. It was a dope game. The only issue that it faced was for last gen.
It was last gen that had them bugs.
For last gen and PC, there were bugs. For PS5, there were not bugs like that. So my experience playing the game when it first came out, it was hot. I played it twice before it got patched. Like this shit was tight. I enjoyed it. And then they started fixing things and putting things in. And it got so like if we judge it by its rocky launch, sure, but if you got through the game initially, like it was a good game and it was well written. It had really awesome mechanics to it, and I think that's why it got the award. I don't think that it was a big surprise to it getting the award. I just think that its launch was hit heavily by media. Media went and seen that this was getting hit with bugs, and it was like, oh, this shit, whatever. But the people who were playing the game enjoyed the game.
Yeah, like I enjoyed it at that time.
Like if you take out everything that was talking about bugs or stuff like that, and you just talk about the game, people liked the game.
If you take out all the bad things, then of course people like the game.
But those bad things, right, were technical issues coming with new platforms and all the things they were trying to do. So like I get that, but again, for the PS5 had just launched. A lot of people had PS5s. A lot of people that had the PS5 didn't have a lot of issues like that. For PC, there's obviously fixes and works and things like that. Maybe it was. We ain't talking about Xbox because they whatever.
It was a gen console, so I don't know. We
ain't talking about Xboxes. Okay, Xbox.
Wait, can you beat the game?
Yeah, I beat it twice before I got like.
So how's it ongoing?
No, because they
already had 1.5 update and a 2.0 update.
Yes,
No, but that's
then they had
an ongoing
DLC.
game. You just added to the game. An ongoing game is a live service game like Apex, like Call of Duty.
No,
it's not. No, it's not. They have been working on this game and putting out content and patches for this game since it launched. And this game, where it is right now, is purely the product of the CD Projekt Red developers continuing to fight and work and stay on the shit. So now where it's at, and again, see, look, this is me on my soapbox right now.
Update a game a lot doesn't make it an ongoing game.
Why did it win then? Huh?
And also, and
why did it win then?
But what's funny?
Here's why it won. I'm gonna tell you why it won.
What's funny about it though is that for the category, for those that are listening, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time, right? Like Drew said, it was up against Apex, Final Fantasy 14, which is ongoing.
That's why.
Fortnite,
That's why. Apex.
Fortnite and Genshin Impact. All of the other games mentioned are MMOs, MMO online service games.
Yes.
Cyberpunk 2077 is a single player experience. I'm only stating for why people would disagree with that win. Mark, if I'm correct in that, another reason why
that doesn't make sense.
People can disagree. Look, if you asked me initially and said, "Hey, do I think it should win best ongoing game?" I don't know. It wasn't something I was like, "Oh, this is a runaway," but I do think it deserves to be in the category. And the fact that it won, well, let me tell you why. When we think about why it won. Because this game came out, to your point, Mark, to a very rocky launch. But then guess what? How many games have ever bounced back from a launch like that? How many games have ever bounced back from a launch like that? None. There is a single.
That little Edge Runner update they did too after the anime came out, like that was good for them too.
He said it don't matter. He said the change.
That's not an ongoing game.
The changes.
It's a single experience that has a start and has an end.
No. Because this is also coupled with the DLC that they just added that also won and was also nominated for. So the point is, you have this game that had a rocky launch that was honestly on track to be a flop. They did nothing but work on to now. Years later, it's getting nominated for Game of the Year award. Or it getting nominated for the Game Awards for the content that it's pushing out. So sure, it's not a season-based game, but that's not what it's all about. It's about the devs continuing to fix and update and correct and work on this game for the sole purpose of undoing the rocky launch, which they did.
That's never been this category.
And now, it's never been a game like this. I just told you, it's never been a game that had this type of launch.
No, this never been. This category has always been taken by live service games. It's always been Fortnite, League of Legends, and those type of games that are continuously playing live service games. They threw in
I didn't know I dropped
Cyberpunk because it was an underdog.
Really? They threw it in because it was an underdog. Really? Yo, okay.
If you could finish a game, it's not an ongoing game.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Is Cyberpunk 2077 the launch that it had? Give me another game that had a launch like that has ended up where Cyberpunk has ended. Give me another game.
It don't matter. That's not the category. We're not fighting about how it survived its survival, its beginning. We're talking about the category of ongoing game. If that's the case, any game that gets updated can now be an ongoing game. So what? Spider-Man 2 is going to be a category for next year.
They were new stuff to the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like any game could be there now when it used to be live service games.
I'm trying to explain to Drew why this is clearly an exception to the rule.
Because it had a bad start?
This is clear. No. Yes. Because the game started out, and this game was plagued when it started out. It was plagued. And all they did since then was push and push and push updates, patches, content. That's all they were doing, which is just like what these other games be doing. They just do it intentionally. This game, they didn't plan on doing all that. This was done as a way to remedy what was going on. And so now Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the best games out. And it started out being a flop. That's purely because of the continuous work that they did. And it deserved recognition. And guess what? I'm not saying that it should have won. I don't think it would have been a flop or a snub if they didn't win. But you can't act like it shouldn't have been invited to the dance after that.
Okay, let me ask you this question. With all the updates and side missions, can you finish this game and complete all the content if you wanted to?
Oh, Lord.
Answer the question.
Eric, read the category. Read what defines the category. Eric,
I mean, you can. It's a lot of content.
There we go. Yes, you
complete
can.
it.
So that's not an ongoing game.
You can complete Apex Legends too if you really want to.
But
the content is
Drew, is that a requirement? Is that a requirement?
Usually for this category, it is. Yes.
Eric, read the requirements for the category because we'll put this to bed right now because it's not. He just read it. That's not a requirement. Just because those games typically win doesn't mean that's what's required for it to be a winner.
Because they typically win for the past 10 years.
Yeah, and there's one game that's special. That's an exception with exceptional developers that went and changed the shit. And now, because Apex ain't win, DesertSkies is in his feelings.
You are blinded by your love for Project Red. That's all that is.
Corner.
If they lost, I wouldn't have been tripping.
Mark.
Yep.
Oh, I was going to say.
I thought he was going to answer my question.
No, what category is?
So I'll read it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
One more time. For outstanding. No, sorry. Look one. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time.
Wow, look at that. Nothing to do with what Drew was talking about. Nothing to do with that.
Look what usually wins. If you go back any other year, that applies to live service games. This is the exception because of Project Red or whatever you want to say. It should have been in the category.
There's no game that started out this bad that's ended up this good.
You even got to put that in there. The whole it started off bad. You can just talk about all the content they added. The Edge Runner content with the anime show. It had 1.5 update. It had the 2.0 update that changed
the content they added is way more than the content that the other games have been adding over years.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I agree with Drew there. It's
not going for this year though. Not for going for this year.
No, it's not about the. I see. With this point, I agree with Drew. It's not about the amount of content that they put out for it. Because I think you're right. There are plenty of games that put out stuff too. It's about the impact of that content continuing to change and evolve the experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like what Eric said.
And that's what I'm saying. It's 2.0 changed the whole game for the most part.
Exactly. They revamped this game as a part
it had a
of
bomb
continuous
DLC
work.
too, which I'm still playing. It's just fire.
Right.
You can't say that it should not be in this category.
I understand all the content that's been added to Apex Legends, to all the other categories. Let me look at it. To all the Fortnite, to Genshin Impact over the years has not been as much or not greater than 2077. That's wild. We're gonna have to read this because that's wild.
I'm gonna tell you exactly
what a couple more minutes. We gotta get ready to move on because we could be here all day.
Sure, look. I only need a couple more minutes. Let me tell you when Apex launched, how was it received? Well, when Genshin launched, how was it received? Well, how many of these games started out poorly and due to these impacts, the value completely turned around?
Like Wavey said, it's a matter of how it's evolved over time.
Let me tell you why. Because the evolution is measured by the delta of the change, right?
If
I'm a human being, and then next year human beings have 7 arms, that's a big evolution, ain't? That's a big change, right? That's huge. We talking about a game that's gone from being. They thought this game was going to be a pure flop and wash and waste of how many years? So they were hyping Cyberpunk 77. They thought this game was going to be terrible. We're talking #1 draft pick bust. That's what they thought this game was. Now, years later, this game is still among the best games.
It's coming out.
Why? Why did this game go from being a potential bust to being one of the best games years later? Because of continuous work by their development team. So,
when did this come out?
Not only did this game
2020.
Not only did this game prevent them from being a flop, they actually took the game and made it better and made it ascend. So we can't say, and again, I'm not saying that this game should have been a done deal to win. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that this game should have been the done deal to win, but I'm just saying we can't act like it didn't belong there because of the value of the continuous changes they've been making.
They came out 2020 and it's
happy 3rd birthday to Cyberpunk. Today of this recording, the 10th, is Cyberpunk's birthday.
Hey, see?
Happy birthday, Cyberpunk, and congratulations on your win.
Man. No,
to Apex that came out in 2019, to Fortnite that came in 2017 are still here, who apparently they make as great changes as the 2020 game.
They made changes. Okay. They made great changes. But again, the difference in those changes, if Apex didn't make the level of change that they've made, it's not like Apex would have flopped and nobody would have played it.
It would have been gone. It's a free game that's still here.
Yeah, continuous
Fortnite
content.
is a free game that's still here.
Continuous.
Guys, let's get Noob in here.
Let me interject here. What we actually could be arguing is what happened with the Oscars, where before animated pictures went up for Best Picture, but then they made them their own category. Perhaps what this could be is Best Ongoing Game and Best Live Service Game could be
two different categories.
Something that actually comes out of it, so that we don't have this level of ambiguity.
No, I disagree firmly. The reason why is because this is supposed to be an unusual case. I don't think this deserves this is supposed to be an unusual case where this type of game does this type of thing. This is to your point, Drew. I do think that these live service games deserve the edge in this category because they do have the task of needing to push out a ton of content for years and years and years. I agree with that. I just think that what they did with Cyberpunk is remarkable and one of a kind. This game should not still be here. This is an anomaly. So this won't continue. But it deserved to be nominated for this category for sure. What they did with it did.
Mark there with Destiny 2 next year.
No, it's not. It's really not. You can't go any lower than that. Mark and then Desert for closing for Cyberpunk, the Cyberpunk discussion.
Oh no, I was actually gonna close on that because you answered my question. CorneredFox, you did. The only other one that made me raise my eyebrow was just to finish that point was best. Oh gosh, I had it here. Yeah, best adaptation. So here's the
really Last of Us should have won that.
No. I actually gave it to that.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Right, we was about to be arguing again. Wait a minute.
Yo,
all
the Fox came out. Like, what you mean it should have won?
Like, wait a minute.
It was like these motherfuckers about to argue again.
No, and
Eric just mad because he don't got nothing to argue about.
I'm the host.
This shit week.
Listen, I was most of these categories, even the last episode, I agreed with. So if anything, I'm just here being the host, bro.
He's the order.
And the only thing I was gonna say about this is I was talking to some other friends of mine, and
I knew he was about to say something.
Yeah.
She mean other friends. We're their friends.
Stop it.
And we were talking about the big argument was between Super Mario Brothers movie and Last of Us. And the reason I said Last of Us is because, again, taking the title to its actual validity, adaptation. Like, Last of Us Season 1 is almost spot on an adaptation of the game. Whereas Super Mario Brothers movie, yes. Did it gross a whole bunch of money? Yes. Was it successful? Yes. Was it entertaining? Yes.
Did it have Pedro Pascal? No.
Did it have Chris Pratt? Okay. No. But anyway.
Look,
hey, Garfield. Anyway.
Stop.
Pedro's here.
He's the darling. He's the darling because he's about to be Reed Richards allegedly in whatever Fantastic Four, whatever they come out with eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man. Pedro killing it.
If we're really going off of adaptations, which is how close we are to the original medium, then Last of Us is categorically better than Super Mario Brothers movie, which you cannot necessarily have as a 1-to-1 adaptation because you can't just have like World 1-1 as a movie. Like they were always going to take those ideas and do that.
So this is
glad Halo wasn't there.
This is what how do we define this category? I'm curious because I think that's a really good
inspired projects across entertainment, including TV, movies, comics, and more. It's just kind of broad. That's broad as hell.
Very so it's very then Mario could win that.
Yeah.
Well,
it could have won it. Yeah.
I would have given it to Castlevania if Last of Us didn't get it. To be honest.
Well, I think
Super Mario Brothers was a telling of a situation with Castlevania.
Castlevania is amazing.
Castlevania is amazing.
Nocturne was great.
It was between those three for me. Castlevania,
me too.
Last of Us, and
it
Super
wasn't
Mario.
between shit for me. It was the Last of Us. Period. It wasn't between. It was a quest for silver. That's all it was. Because
it was honestly between Last of Us and Castlevania for me. Like it could have gone either way.
Look, if you put Last of Us and Castlevania next to each other and watch them both, you're going to look at it and be like, okay, I'm sorry, Castlevania. I'm sorry. Because it is just a fact. I mean, the production quality and the way that they took that story and brought it to life.
Of the three, so let's even to think about it.
Yes. You just going to cut me off in the middle of my... I'm just playing.
Two of them are animated and three of them are live action. just to state.
And one of them is the best one.
Well, Gran Turismo was just happy to be up there, to be honest.
Damn.
Hey, look, I
heard
apparently it was good. Apparently
it was good.
I heard it was good too. I heard it was good. So I didn't see it. I heard it was good.
But I mean, like, they gave away the whole movie in the trailer, so I'm like, do I really need to watch it?
Well, they only did that because it's a real life.
It's based on a true story. Gran Turismo is not based on the game; it's based on a true story.
That's what they normally
saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they do stuff like that, because it's a real person story.
Actor for it, but I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, do you know the real guy?
Yeah, they showed him in the trailers. if you watch the trailers,
I'm just saying.
You show him.
No, I'm saying the actual guy, like the guy he's based on.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like
the guy he's based on was like dark skin, and then like the other dude's like my complexion, not lighter. So I was like, I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I'm like, it could have.
I think the real guy's like your complexion. I don't think it was
darker.
Terrible.
He's darker.
Challenge.
But I mean, it's fine. I mean, I think that's fine too. Like, I wouldn't.
I mean, he was still black at the end of the day, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't like he was like white guy or just like Asian guy. You're like, oh yeah, I'm this black guy.
I will say about these awards though that like the two that really this cover stood out to me was like the best art design. I'm surprised Dead Space didn't get it, but I'm glad the Hi-Fi Rush got it. And stuff like that, and I'm really surprised, and I'm shocked that Bomber Cyberpunk wasn't announced. It wasn't nominated for anything in this award show, and I think it could have been.
Dead Space. If it wasn't like the remake, you know what I'm saying? Like where like kind of the hype kind of died down. Like it's a remake. The original game, the sound design was so fucking good, dog. Like I don't think Hi-Fi Rush should have won that shit. Like. I thought Dead Space was gonna win it, but I mean I'm hyped that Hi-Fi Rush got it because I think like the sound effects in the back of the design with the people like hey. I mean that was pretty cool. Like all like the little music and stuff like that. Like, it was
boss
great.
Fights. Yeah, like,
I just thought when it comes to, and I think they both. For the sound design category, like they both use sound to make it a more immersive and engaging experience. Like that is for sure. I think Hi-Fi Rush, the sound was a part of like the game's mechanics, so it's like it's naturally going to be a part.
Yeah, because it's a rhythm game, so it has to be like.
And Dead Space is a horror game, and with that, like the sound is
integral,
crucial.
Yeah.
Like it's so important. And in Dead Space 1, if you play Dead Space 1 with some good quality speakers, that shit is so eerie and you hear like the necromorphs like claws in the vents next to you. Like it's crazy, dog. Like it really is like a marvel of sound design that they did with that game. So I thought that damn, Mark, you got some lightning.
You good there?
I did. You guys saw that too?
Yeah. Golly. I thought Mark was getting abducted for a second. I was like, shit.
You saw me jump. I was like, jeez. All right.
Right.
Shout out to Sea of Stars to getting best indie game too. That's what's up.
That was cool to see. That was a runaway. That was a runaway win. Sea of Stars was flames. They got DLC coming for it too.
Yeah, but other than that, like bunch of games are nominated. A lot of them like really, really good. Congrats to Baldur's Gate. Like y'all took it home. Yeah,
what about and not to rain on your parade, Eric, but I know we've been talking about the nominees and stuff for a minute, but there were a lot of really good premieres too, and obviously there were a lot of good standouts in the premieres and in the teasers. I know I, for one, when the Sega one came up and I saw Jet Set Radio, I was going crazy, but also if they didn't have Power Stone in there, they did have Crazy Taxi, but if they had Power Stone, I might have passed away. Like I might have passed away, dog, for real. Like I might have died because that shit was too good. And when they started it, right? Remember when they started the what was it? It was like a commercial or whatever. They was playing like Sonic sounds. And I was like, is this a Sonic game? I was like, is this Sonic or whatever? And I was about to like call Malik, be like, yo, it's Sonic. Whatever. And then I was like, no, don't call him like Sonic trash. No, I'm just playing. But Crazy Taxi, like I'm hyped. Like I'm hyped about new gen Crazy Taxi. For real.
Oh yeah, no, I'm hyped for that game.
I don't know. I just think there was a lot. Oh yeah, big time. I just think there was a lot that they also announced, and I think we could probably talk about that some because
we can definitely talk about that.
We could talk about how Baldur's Gate swept all day, and how like ass Destiny is and shit. Like we could do that.
Bro, the reaction.
Shout out Tales of Kenzera Zhao, whatever that game is.
Shout out to the brother his heartfelt message for his dad or whatever.
Yeah, that was a really heartfelt speech. So I was like, damn.
Shout out to anybody
more now. I was like,
whose dad put them on. Whose dad put them gaming. Like,
hey, you know shout out to my parents.
Shout out to parents.
Shout out to everybody's parents who got us games and shit when we was young.
Shout out to parents. Word.
Okay, that part, for buying it, not putting me on, but actually being like, okay, yeah, here, have it. And I'm like, bam, I found my world.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what it was. I mean, I won't say that my dad and mom weren't gamers, but
my dad played a little bit. Like he got the extra like joystick John. We played
in the arcades. The joystick John.
We played that's pretty cool game. Star Wars Racer for Dreamcast. Like he actually had we could rest his arm on it and actually use it like the control stick for like. Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was a gamer then.
Then I went like this, and he was
that's
like,
tough.
Nah,
my dad.
Yeah, because he was too busy paying bills and shit while he was playing games. He was like, "Yeah, you go ahead and enjoy that."
He was really
definitely not.
So I think something like Starfield, if my dad was still around and if he had the time, I think like a game like Starfield or No Man's Sky would probably be in his realm of what he was interested in.
Yeah, let's. We could leave Starfield.
Not nominated for anything.
Not even an award. They even won that
nominated for something. Yeah.
They got nominated for this RPG. They didn't win it though.
They did get nominated.
They did.
My dad was not a gamer, but
they probably get nominated for worse too.
I said my dad was a pinball guy. I guess that counts as gaming.
I mean, they had less options back then. Shit.
Yeah.
But shout out to the concept of parents. Yes.
The concept,
not the concept
of parents.
All right. let's.
I mean, because they'll buy us whatever.
What announcements are we hyped for, guys? What announcements are we hyped for?
Visions of Mana.
Damn, Malik, you gonna take mine?
Budaichi Sparking Tenkaichi 04.
You said Budaichi. What did you say?
If you were listening, I said Budokai Sparking Tenkaichi 04.
That is
which is not
one time.
That's not its name. Well, you're misleading the audience. That's not its name.
That's what it is.
I gotta say, yes, Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. I am on the Monster Hunter train, and it was such a hype trailer to me, but it made me sad at the very end because that 2024 was not a thing. It was 2025.
That's okay.
2025 about to be a crazy year.
So next aside from Rebirth being at the top of the year, is next year going to be a wipe or a wash? It's going to be another chill year?
I don't know if it's going to be a whitewash, but it's going to be a couple games, but it's going to be more hype games coming out in 2025 probably.
Yeah, Black Myth, about to be the year of years.
Black Myth is going to take a lot.
Black Myth Wukong is going to be dope.
Yo, this is about to be lit. 5/25/25. Yo, I'm about to do something crazy.
I mean, y'all already know what I'm hype about. So
go ahead and talk about
Budokai Sparking Tenkaichi 04.
Well, I am hype about that. No bullshit. I'm hype about that. But I mean, there are several things also that weren't talked about at the Game Awards necessarily. Like obviously GTA 5 wasn't during the Game Awards. Tekken 8 is coming out next year.
1,000 Year Door.
Well, I mean, look, there's
GTA
like I said,
6?
There's a GTA 6. Did I say 5?
Okay.
You did say 5.
You did actually say 5.
5's been out for just so long. I just
release it again.
I was like, dang, he's not even hype for the new one.
Right. GTA 5 too.
So as a Kojima stan, a Kojima.
Oh, are we talking? Did somebody else bring up Kojima?
No, thank you guys for coming.
For real, y'all can get the fuck out. We can stay here. What were you saying?
No, I want you to explain to me what OD is.
I don't know what that shit is.
Nobody knows what OD is. Not even Kojima.
It's a Kojima Jordan Peele product.
It's a horror game.
Now.
Look,
Jordan Peele, man.
Kojima knows what it is, but we don't know what it is yet, and that's exactly the way he wants it. And that's
the first game had baby batteries.
Let me read this quote though. Let me read this quote.
Is it about puppy batteries?
Don't give me this is what Kojima himself said about it.
Yeah.
So this is gospel. It is a game. Gospel. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time a movie, but at the same time a new form of media.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I will tell you 100% what it means.
Like
this isn't new.
This isn't new. VR game.
When I beat Metal Gear Solid 5, I sat and watched an hour and a half of cutscenes at the end of the game. Like he always has, and he said it clear as day. He's always been inspired by movies and film, and in his production, those things come to life. He always has talked about film, cinematography, and all that things. And when we look at his body of work, particularly when it comes to things like Metal Gear, it's always been praised by its voice acting and its writing and things like that. He prides himself on those things. Death Stranding as well. That thing was cinematic as fuck. And
didn't he want to work with Guillermo del Toro on that one, or is that
he did? He did work with them on that. Yeah.
Okay.
So Kojima has his own vision. He has his own things that he wants to do. And a lot of his work does transcend traditional gaming, but it's always been that way. Video games, remember, like he was a pioneer for the stealth genre. Video games wasn't about sneaking past motherfuckers at that time back in the day. That was different. Now, that's a vital element in games, because those are things that he helped to bring to light. So he's always tried to introduce new elements and new things and make things cool. I'm never saying, and I said this with Death Stranding, I ain't expecting no Kojima game to be out here winning Game of the Year, shit like that. But I appreciate this man's art and this man's vision and what he does.
I can stand by that.
For this game, I don't know what the fuck it's really about, but I am going to buy it so I can find out. Because this man
cornered.
is
I don't know what
shit.
it is either, and then sends him a copy. I know you're going to be the only one to buy it right now.
Bro, that's a fact.
Every game designer or game developer wants to be a Kojima and have a studio, and people are like, "What do we do?" And they're like, "What I want," and it's just and you just go.
And what makes it so special is that after what happened with him and Konami and that ugly breakup that happened, not only did Jordan Peele come out and do what you don't do really with Kojima no more, you don't really speak about his connection to Metal Gear no more because of Konami's ownership of the franchise. But he went and name dropped and was like, look, ever since Metal Gear, you know what I'm saying? This man right here, hey, Kojima smiled when he said it because he know what the fuck it is. Everybody in the audience knows what it is. Konami can repackage and resell Metal Gear all they fucking want. But you know why they keep doing that shit? Because motherfuckers ain't buying it. Because it ain't Kojima putting this shit out. So at the end of the day, people appreciate him for what he's doing. So after all that happened, he formed his own studio. He had to fight and claw to get money and to push it out. And then he made Death Stranding. And guess what? Mm-hmm. He's not slowing down. He said, not only am I going to tease Death Stranding 2 last year, but this year, some new shit with Xbox exclusively. You know what I'm saying? So he got exclusive with PlayStation. He got exclusive with Xbox, and he his own studio. He his own boss. So Hideo Kojima is a motherfucking GOAT. He ain't slowing down. He's moving forward, and he's just going to keep doing his thing, man. So look, he know he got a sale. Right. He know he's got a sale for me. Hideo Kojima could put anything in a fucking disc box, bro, and I'll buy that shit.
This portion of the podcast was brought to you.
Blank CD.
Drake.
Drake. This portion of the podcast was brought to you by Kojima Productions.
I wish. I motherfucking wish, bro. God damn.
I'll tell you one game that I was excited for, but I just don't know anymore. And this is actually coming out later. It's actually coming out later this.
Why you pause like that, Mark?
No, because you're.
You thought I was frozen?
Yeah, I think you got frozen for a second. Anyway, Kill the Justice League.
No, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for this.
We don't have time for this. That's why I was saying I was excited for it. I don't know how to feel about it now.
Suicide Squad,
I really don't.
Justice League.
Yeah. Oh, that's still coming out?
Yeah.
Next year. I think February.
We talked about that on the last episode of the podcast. When anybody wants to break down into it, our guests were like, I think who said it? I think 8-Bit was the one that said he was still going to possibly cop it if it was good.
Yeah, Abe say I think he said gonna get it because he likes DC
I think
and
he
shit
said
like
that he was good. Too Tall, I don't remember what he said about it, but like, I mean, we'll just watch it, and then next year in the pod, we'll see how it receives, and if we just like, we eat crow and it's good.
Apparently, it's getting like a story mode after it launches.
Too bad we ain't got it.
I don't
Anyway.
know what that means.
Anyway.
Come on now. Let's spend our time talking about better
anticipated
shit.
games. I'm gonna list them all anyway, even though Final Fantasy Rebirth 1 most anticipated game. But
Death Stranding 2 and OD.
That's what you're looking forward to.
OD.
Desert, what are you looking forward to next year? Or your anticipated games?
Anticipated games.
No, in general.
From now
Budokai, Tenkaichi.
In general.
No, in general.
Budokai, Tenkaichi, Sparking.
Is that
not coming out next year again?
Nope, it's not.
Knowing us, it's probably gonna come out 2025. To be honest, like I already kind of put it in my mind for 2025. But for next year for sure, hopefully, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, the remake.
Wavy.
That is coming out next year. Oh, for next year, I'll probably say the Hellblade.
Coming
Saga,
to Game Pass.
Sequel, maybe. I might.
Man, look, we didn't talk about that enough, and
I think we'll talk about it next year when it hits the stores and break it down. I know it's hype.
I'll talk about it right now. The fuck? No, I'm just playing.
Nah, but
I could.
That was so resigned. It was like, just fine.
Right? He's like, just fucking do it. Goddamn.
Go ahead.
Derailing the podcast.
Go ahead.
But that's like one of my. This has been my other one is probably.
They showed that.
That's
trailer.
coming out next year. So they finally showed that. So I'm looking forward to that when it comes out.
I thought it was Ghost of Tsushima too. I thought it was Ghost of Tsushima too.
When I saw Koei Tecmo, I thought it was what's that fucking game?
Oh, Neo 3?
Neo
3?
Yeah.
I thought he froze
it. My brain did. No, I thought it was like Neo 3 for real, because it basically is Neo 3. So
I need that Stellar Blade though. I need that Stellar Blade. You need to stop playing and release that joint.
So and then one true noob.
Yes.
Any games you looking forward to? Before I list the most anticipated games, it's because even though one game won, but these games are like slated for next year's.
I ain't even say mine yet. I'll go after him. I ain't even say mine yet. Damn.
You don't care.
You know what? You can actually go. You can go next. You can actually go next because I'm thinking about next year, and I.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead, Kojima.
I'm kind of blanking.
Hellblade. Oh, I'm honored if you call me that. Good God Almighty! Look, goddamn! Don't fuck with me like that. What was we talking about? No, I'm just playing.
Homeboy flustered. He was like, "Oh,
right."
Camera.
Right, just arigato. Fucking Hellblade 2 for sure, because Hellblade 1 was fucking flames.
It was.
Everybody needs to play that game, and they need to play it with headphones on, good headphones. The sound design in that game was also something special.
I mean, you should play with headphones. It's a little creepy, but you should play with headphones. Oh yes.
Yeah, no, it's sick. Hellblade 2 for sure. Black Myth Wukong for certain. Tekken 8 for sure.
Black Myth Wukong, Wukong,
Tekken 8. Look, I'm so hyped for Tekken 8. Tekken 8, ain't nothing happening in the Game Awards about it, whatever. But all throughout the year.
No, but it's fine.
Nominated.
It's nominated.
No, I'm just saying, no, like trailers,
like
okay.
Yeah, and I'm just saying it's just it hadn't had no trailers, nothing like that. But throughout the year, they have been showcasing gameplay, showcasing the new engine, showcasing the characters, and Tekken 8 is gonna be fucking flames. I can't wait to play that shit. Black Myth Wukong, that's been hyped for a minute. I'm hyped for that. Yep. And Hellblade, I think did Visions of Mana get a release date?
No, it was just teased.
I don't think it did. No. But I do want
that shit too, though. Damn, if that shit comes out next year,
it was teased.
Man.
I also want Hades 2 and Star Wars.
There you go.
I forgot to say.
I wondered that Desert. You let that slide.
Oh yeah, and hey, look, look.
So I keep getting distracted by Budokai Sparking Tenkaichi 04.
but
he's not going to.
We're gonna let that
go. But we're also not sure. But is it? But we still don't. We don't have a release date, right? Like we still don't have a release date.
And that's my thing. You were saying what's for 2024, and a lot of my entries are like, well, they don't have release dates. So like I am looking forward to Hades 2. I'm also looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds. Also looking forward to, Sparking Zero. But like
Right.
we don't know when
you
they
said
are.
it wrong.
Well,
What's the name of the game? Desert.
I'm sorry.
Budokai
Toei
Sparking
Animation presents.
Tenkaichi 04.
It's just so wrong. Like,
What part of Budokai Sparking Tenkaichi 04 did I say wrong?
All of it, actually. So
he said Budokai, right? Like, God damn.
But yes, it's difficult for me on the spot. Like I really can't think of anything in 2024 right now. But
you mean you're not hyped for Tekken 8, Mark? Because you're going to buy it and play with us, right?
Oh yes, I am contractually obligated to
blink twice, Mark. If that's blink
You
twice,
also
if
have
that's
to buy
not
Budokai Sparking Tenkaichi 04 with us.
I think
You buying it too,
I
Eric?
think I will get back in. Honestly, I think I will. I've been off of Tekken since Tag Tournament.
Well, what you excited about?
No. I've been off since Tekken 4.
Well,
I haven't played a Tekken game solidly since like Tekken 4 and Tekken Tag Tournament 1. So
you said you gonna get back into it, bro. That was like 20 years ago.
You gonna rediscover
I mean, hey, like,
it?
I retired off of Pokemon after Black and White. So,
hey, and you know what? Hey, stay true to that because I'm still in it. And why am I still in it? But anyway, so
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be popping in
I have to
Pokemon
say, though,
every other like 5 generations.
I tell you what thing that is coming in hopefully 2024 that is way overdue, and they just need to make a new game. Rollback netcode for fighters. They just need to make a new game.
That's supposed to be coming, right? Ain't that on the way?
It's supposed to be. I've seen a couple of tournaments about that. Like I saw a couple. I think I saw Arena of Chaos had a tournament with the rollback netcode, and shout out to Bum 163 and stuff like that.
Look,
but
all I'm going to say
it looks good.
Oh, good.
Looks good.
All I'm going to say to Bandai Namco, Namco, sorry. If you're listening, you did right by fighters. I've been saying for years that you should do that game, and you did it.
Stop making bum-ass anime games.
All I'm going to say is you need to take it one step further. Just do all of Shonen Jump, just like fighters. There's your next game right there.
Or they need to flesh out the rest of the fighters' characters, and from Dragon Ball, put them in the game. That's what they need to do. They made a whole Dragon Ball game and didn't have a good number of motherfuckers.
It was all a tease for.
I still don't like it.
Budokai Sparking Tenkaichi 04.
Correct.
Raging Blast.
Raging Blast. Xenoverse.
Okay, see, no, now you lost it with that shit.
I gave it a shot, but the point was like Final Fantasy Rebirth is next year. Hades 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Rebirth.
Like a
Jesus
Dragon,
Christ,
Infinite Wealth,
yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. So like.
Maybe,
bro. We don't even like really know yet about Star Wars
anticipated,
Outlaws,
but it's just like right. It's been
what
quiet.
fire it might be.
It is Ubisoft. So we don't even know. Anyone
Bro,
talking about that?
we don't like Ubisoft.
We've seen the trailer. What was that? That was
I've
earlier this year. That was at the State of Play.
Talking about that?
That was at the State of Play.
Fuck Ubisoft.
I mean, I feel you on that corner.
We saw one trailer of it.
Or what? When I said fuck Ubisoft?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Should I say it again? Fuck
Do
Ubisoft.
it again. Say it again. No, you don't do it.
I'll say it again. Fuck them. What they gonna do? Come on here? I don't want their fucking sponsorship and kiss my ass. Make us make some good shit.
Okay, Christopher Judge.
The fuck?
Okay, Christopher Judge.
Look. Look. Shout out to Christopher Judge. He spoke his mind. Okay? He spoke his mind. Shout out to Hideo Kojima. He speaks his mind too, and he makes what the fuck he wants. And you know what? Matter of fact, shout out to RZA while we at it, because he made that movie, The Man with the Iron Fist, and that shit was trash. But he had a fire album. Okay,
it was a good soundtrack. It was a good soundtrack.
He got his vision out. He got these motherfuckers screened his movie. They was like, "Yo, this is trash." He was like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm putting this shit in theaters," and that shit was trash. But guess what? He made a second one, but that didn't have a soundtrack album like the first one. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck? That was the best part because that movie was weak, and he had hella stars in the movie too. He had Lucy Liu and Russell Crowe, all these motherfuckers in that movie. I was like, bro, I don't know what you got to sign them up for this because this shit was ass. But anyways, my point is, look, speak your mind, talk your shit, get your ideas out there, you know. But no, fuck Ubisoft. They be making bullshit.
Mirage.
Is anyone talking about that Avatar game?
No, we're moving on. Do not.
The what?
Ain't nobody.
Wait, you
Okay.
mean
Eric
No,
vetoed
like the
that.
fact that you're literally like they sold you a game where you're basically playing the same scenario again, where you're a soldier that realized that the people that live on the planet are in the right, and now you've become one of them.
Oh, Space Pocahontas?
Yeah, it's
cultural
thought it was
appropriation.
It's like
Warlike.
and that would be
Yeah.
game innovation where if you could start the game either as a human and you hunt in Na'vi, or you start as a Na'vi and you live with the people, or you, like you said, you do the soldier thing where you change morality. Like more innovation than just saying like putting you on the same path as Jake Sully. Like we got 2 movies of Jake Sully. I don't need to play a game of Jake Sully alternate.
Oh, they got three more coming.
Like dog, like
Mm.
nah, like a whole game on it. Like I'm not that big of a fan. Like it's all good. Like
Yeah, same. They announced it. I'm like,
dog,
so?
like, I mean, shout out to what's his name? James Cameron.
But that's also
What's
another
his
thing.
name?
When you do enough
What's
good
his
work,
name?
people are just
Yeah,
like,
right.
hey, you
He's
do
writing
whatever
his
you
own.
want.
He can write like he can
Yeah.
write a check, or people like write a check. Oh, James Cameron. Oh, here, blank check. Do what you want. So, but
Basically,
not to put
yeah.
his name in, but like, yeah, it just couldn't come off the top of my head. But James is known. But for this kind of project extending the games in several movies, it's like, all right. I mean,
But if James
Yeah.
Cameron wants to endorse us, then yeah, of course I'm looking forward to Avatar: The Frontier game.
We're going to get one of the...
All right, I'll take that because
Yeah.
the movies I'm here
Way
for.
of Water was pretty good.
Well, Fukunaga take a cut
Way
of
of
the
Water
billions
was
of
pretty
dollars
good.
it's about to
Yeah,
take to
that was
get
pretty good. It was good.
that made.
It was
It was.
good. It was good. It was
What you
good.
mean pretty good?
I should have known he was about to
Pretty-
jump down my damn throat. Like, I
Damn,
swear to God.
God damn.
I swear to God.
God. Jesus Christ. Because you can't be so disrespectful about it. Jesus. What if I was like, oh,
GTA 5, the
that's
storyline
pretty
was
good.
horrible. Online is great.
The whole storyline was not horrible.
You see, you sound like you
I didn't say.
that.
I can't say nothing.
Huh? What's happening?
I was counting down the argument.
Oh, no, it's not an argument. It's just, it
Oh, I was
wasn't,
waiting
it
for
wasn't a horrible storyline. Like,
There's no countdown. There's no
what?
countdown. Just
That
a fact.
storyline was not horrible.
But wait, Frosty, you never said
It's
what
not
game
a
you were looking
fact.
forward to.
Who, me?
No, Frosty.
Rebirth.
Oh.
We already got you.
Yeah,
That's
so
it?
or now it's like Tekken 8. But same thing, like Mark said, like other games
Okay,
that
he's
are
like,
coming are like, when's it coming out? We don't know.
You don't know the exact release dates. So. Yeah,
You know?
I get that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. 2025.
Well,
which is gonna
maybe-
be my year.
maybe
Hopefully
they
don't
it's
know.
gonna be
Maybe they
So I
crazy.
just
don't,
don't
like
know.
I said, like with Mark,
Like,
like,
maybe
No,
they
I
just-
I asked the
believe
question,
them.
but like more or less,
Yeah.
more or less. No,
Oh,
more,
you're like, I
more
don't
or
wanna
less
see
of
it
the
till
list
you
of the
do.
games that, like, more most anticipated. Rebirth is on top of mind for me, at least the first quarter of the year. Anything else that comes out is announced in February, that gets released in September or whatever. Just for me, right now at this podcast, Rebirth is what I'm focused on.
Makes sense.
Final
say, yeah.
Fantasy.
That's like
Final
I got to
Fantasy,
work on 16,
7
see if I can get this
Rebirth.
DLC or not to be like cornered out here. Sponsorship, Square Enix sponsorship for the
Hey, look,
podcast,
I'm on my-
hopefully.
I'll take a look,
Yeah.
please. Shit, and tell us where Kojima's at.
I might get that. I'm not sure yet. Though. We'll see.
Well, aren't they also? That's what I'm
also
trying to
who?
figure out. Okay, shit. Huh? No, I was just saying I'll ask him where
Yo, if
Kojima's
Kojima
at.
teamed up with Square, I'd be with Corner 2 with whole signs like this. Be like, actually,
I'd be skeptical, to be honest. I'd be like, why are you doing that? Like, well, don't step down.
Step
like, for real. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, look, I mean, shout out to Square. Like, we'll still take a endorsement or whatever, but like, y'all not Kojima. Fuck out of here. what are we doing? Like,
If you
let's
want
beat
the
that ass.
most like whatever like version of media out there, get the developer of Kingdom Hearts, get the developer of
2.
Bayonetta 2. There you go.
Right.
Get the developer of Bayonetta, and then get
Also
Kojima,
2.
and then you just
Let 'em
whatever
go.
will become of
Let
that.
them go at it.
Well,
Right.
yeah, just whatever will come of that.
whatever this.
Shit,
Well,
well, like,
we
I'll take
haven't
that.
heard anything about. They changed the name of it, right, Malik? Because I know we were talking about it heavy, like Project Eve, then changed the name to something else. Stellar
Yeah,
Blade,
it's-
right?
it's-
That's
it's
what
Stellar
you want,
Blade,
and
yeah,
it's what
Stellar
you want to
Blade.
hear, yeah.
That's what
But they're just kind of like, oh, what's going on with
Yep.
that?
I ain't
We
getting
don't know
nothing on
yet.
that.
Like, all right.
Metroid
I ain't
Prime
seen
4,
nothing on
that's all
that
I'm
in
gonna
a
say.
minute, and I'm kind of tight.
Metroid Prime 4.
Wow.
It's been
But
years.
same, yeah. They last announced that at what the E3 2017. We ain't hear nothing about that joint yet.
They showed us a 4, and then proceeded to wait 4 for 5 or 6 years.
Right.
They said this
plus
how many
5,
years?
you know what I'm saying? Well, if anything else for the finale of the season, the Game Awards, we say it delivered pretty good. Could have been better. Needs to focus, change of focus for like how they present next year. The nominees, we went back and forth with overall nominations, but I think generally the winners, I think everybody can agree with about 90% of everything else, other than the categories we don't talk about, like esports and
VR,
mobile
AR,
game,
whatever.
We
next,
didn't even talk about Armored Core.
Yeah, we don't really
best action,
Armored Core 6, like, I ain't really tripping off that shit.
Yeah, I'll take
best
that.
action game, yeah. Shout out to Armored Core 6.
I'll take that
whatever.
too. It's like cool, it won. All right, cool. Moving on. Like it won game. It won.
Okay, not Elden Ring.
And I'm not, and I honestly not like the way that the game. I loved the game. The game was great. Seeing it on a category was even just enough for me. Like that's great, but I don't think it was.
I knew it was going to go in the category.
I don't.
You know, that kind
the
of
music
stuff.
was great. I just
know it was going to win.
Like same. Like it was great, super great. But Game Awards overall hype is for its core audience. It's not for everybody. So that's.
Yeah, it's for me to see Kojima on a yearly basis.
And that's a wrap, squad. Be sure to check out all of our And that's a wrap, squad. Be sure to check out all of our social media at Fukaname. Catch previous episodes of our podcast on whatever podcast streaming service you prefer. We are there, guaranteed. Be sure to check out our website for a lot of our written content, which we need to get back to at some point. Promise you. I'm your host, Frosty Phoenix. Catch me across the web at Frosty Phoenix, FROSTYPHENIX. Like Desert Sky said in the beginning, we do funny reels. I do voiceovers. Desert, we need to get you on some of these voiceover challenges and everything on social media. It's amazing. Squad, close out with your socials.
Of course, y'all. Was good. Thank y'all for listening, first of all. It's your boy Wavey God. Follow me at Wavey God, WAVII _GAWD, all over Instagram and on Threads even, and on Twitter. And of course, rate this podcast.
It's not called Twitter anymore, right?
People call it. It's like
X,
same thing with the next year. Like you call it until you don't. So I guess it'll just stick around for that. Way.
Basically.
Well, yeah, but it's not called Twitter no more.
All right, X.
I mean, it's a fact. It's a fact.
I'm just saying,
it's like damn, like,
right.
But of course, rate the podcast 5 stars over on Apple and Spotify podcast. And by the time you listen to this, it will be on Saturday, December 16th.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 16th. Hopefully, I'll get the pop-up girl Nike SB dunks by that date, but we'll see. And of course, shout out to everybody on this podcast. Thank y'all for listening and everything. Thank y'all for all the listens in the season, in this season and stuff like that. And Wavy God is out.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening, man. This has been a good year, but next year is going to be an even better one.
Even better.
Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for following us this year. This has been CorneredFox. You already know CorneredFox is more dangerous than a jackal. Hideo Kojima gets the highest shout out, of course, because he continues to give us fire and gems and continues to grace us with his presence. I'm just going to use this to talk about Kojima. Look, all right, we got Death Stranding 2 in the works. We got OD in the works. All right, all I'm going to say is we got heat to look forward to from this visionary, this artist. Okay, I just want everybody to know, all right, Kojima, he got one speed, bro, and it's the speed of fire. It's the speed of hype. Okay, y'all can follow me on Instagram if you want to at Sonny Burns, SANIBURNS. But shit, I ain't gonna respond to you. I ain't in there. But really follow me with the gang at Phucaname. That's PHUCAN. Shit. PHUCA.
Yes, hard, ain't it? It's hard, ain't it?
It sure is, ain't it? Shit, at Phucaname, shit. Yeah, catch me there, catch us everywhere, man. Keep following us. 2024 is gonna be a good year.
Desert right now. Y'all can see
come on, Desert Fox.
Yeah.
Come on, Fennec Fox.
Oh, that's so funny. Yo, it's Desert Skies over here. you know, aka the coldest geek in the desert, aka your favorite geek, aka a desert fox swims better than the corner fox.
Swims better.
Swim.
Swims better.
Yeah.
No, desert foxes are lit, man. They are. Yo, check me out on DesertSkies. Check me out on Phucaname.
What?
Let me see if I can do it. Phucaname.
There you go.
And we out here for the laughs. Thank you for supporting us over this year and over the years. Actually, wow, over the years. We really do appreciate it. We're looking forward to 2024. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is the one true noob. Thank you for listening for however long this is going to be edited to. But the socials are in are work in progress right now, just because I am still working on the Order Sanctus. But I will let you know that as soon as I know. So thank you all for a great year.
We'll get that news to y'all too.
I am working on it at one speed, the speed of fire.
Love it.
All right.
So I am gonna bring you guys true heat with that show. So thank you guys.
With that being said, Desert Fox, if you like to close us out.
The squad calls sound like he a desert fox.
Well, we all know that a desert fox howls better than a corner fox. So
Desert Fox verb insert here.
Right.
Right.
Oh, peace out, y'all. My face hurts.
Peace out.
Bye. Bye, y'all.
Bye.